That boy nervous. That's crazy. That boy nervous. Hey, all right. So y'all know what cameras y'all looking at?
Yep.
Dylan, your mic is still low. No, I mean like it's sitting low. You good? You don't have. Yeah, you don't have to be close to. Yeah, you're good.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yep.
You'll be able to talk into it. Just talk at it. Okay. All right. Good. Oh, we're live. Hey.
Hey.
Sorry about the delay, guys. You know how it is when you're doing live shows, or maybe you don't know how it is, but when it's live, any misstep throws you
Anything
off.
can happen.
So, yeah, anything can happen. So, and it will. But thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for continuing to try to refresh and all that. So we're here and we're live.
We back.
We back. You see, I got the Barnes boys here. Very special episode. Every episode feels special when I have you guys on. That's the only compliment I'm giving today. All right, let me do a little housekeeping before we get into the show. Text line. To join the text line, this way you get the updates on what's going on with Daddy every day. You get the reminders about the show and all the other good stuff. I don't flood you with text messages and things like that. Probably just one text a week. But to join that is 770-706-3780. And all you have to do is text the word join. JOIN. That's it. And then you're set up. Also, everything Daddy Every Day can be found on daddyeveryday.org, including link to the Daddy Everyday show. So you can see us on Evan Vision. And also, I've started a Father's Day giveaway that's exclusively on Instagram. So if you go to Instagram, follow at Daddy Everyday, you'll see the post, the instructions are real simple. All you have to do is follow Daddy Everyday, like the post talking about the giveaway, and share your favorite fatherhood photo. And fathers, you are able to nominate yourself. So just share your favorite moment with your kids. And that's it. And then on Father's Day, June 16th, we're going to pick a winner. It's that simple. So just join, share, add to your stories, your reels, and all that type of stuff. And you'll see the prize, which is going to be several of my books, a Daddy Everyday hoodie, just tons of stuff. Gift cards from Home Depot, Target. It's crazy. So, fathers, once again, you can nominate yourself. And let's go. It should be fun. I can't wait to see all the photos. All right. So this episode is Welcome to Adulthood. Because over the last couple of weeks, actually in one particular week, that's part of the hiatus we've been on, just dealing with everything positive, all good, with Kendrick graduating high school, Dylan finishing elementary and moving on to middle school, and then me with work and growing Daddy every day. So I had to take some time off. But we are back and better than ever. And I just want to say I'm so proud of you guys. I thought I was going to not say anything else positive, but I am so proud of you guys. And I want to give you guys an opportunity to just say how you're feeling now that you're moving on to the next chapter in your lives. So whoever wants to go first.
Kendrick.
Well, me, it's unique, you know. It's like now I got the feeling of I don't got to worry about, for at least high school wise, another semester of high school. Like, man, I am like I'm kind of like the bird getting out the nest, you know. I'm kind of preparing my wings to fly, quite not out of the nest yet, but preparing my wings to fly. He's gonna kick me out. It's gonna be a gradual, all right, you know, I would hope it's not a kick out, just a nice gradual, slow flying out of the nest. Dylan is still in the nest, but he's evolving in the nest. So tell me how's elementary going, from elementary to middle going for you, or at least the start?
Seems crazy how I'm already done with elementary, and pretty excited to see what middle school is going to be like.
You nervous?
No.
Well, you'll have unlike my elementary to middle school career, I'm sure you'll still have your friends continuing with you. So you're not going into a whole new system, new environment, new community. You'll be around the similar people. So, it'll be a
Maybe.
nice, a warm welcome. I got to go into a new environment where I'm going to have different people from all sorts of places in the world, going to college and whatnot. So, two different boys going to different walks of life.
Yeah, it's cool. Of course, I reminisce on my middle school and college days and stuff. So, like, of course, this episode is to get them ready. And, of course, I'll be dropping stuff that you guys can use for anyone that you know that's moving on to adulthood, or somebody that's in adulthood but haven't been living up to their fullest potential in adulthood. I'm hoping that some of the tips that I have can help you in helping them. So, but before I get started, I definitely want to send a shout out to Love Her Enough CEO, Jameson, Latoya, Zach, Sarita, my brother Charlie. Thank you guys for jumping in on this live and very special episode. And so I'm going to get started because I actually have a lot in here and may not get to all
Jam-packed
of it.
show.
So, yeah. So I have a lot of tips that I want to give because obviously I'm going to give Kendrick my real life experiences and things like that, and I'll try to share some of that here. But these are some things that I was doing my research on, like, all right, how do you properly prepare for adulthood? And I wish a lot of these things I would have knew at the time to help better prepare myself. But starting off with college, like, I wish I would have chose a better school to go. But, like, nobody in my family had been to college, so I didn't have anybody to pull from. So, like, their experience with college and things like that. So, my 3 tips when it comes to college is, 1, choosing the right school that you feel comfortable with. I think Kendrick did that.
Yeah, Clayton State
University. Now, knowing that you have to manage your time, like, it's on you. Like, it's not about, like, how high school is more really structured. College, you're on your own. Like, nobody's there to make you go to class and things like that. So that's going to be on you. So keeping that in mind, and get involved in whether it's the sports, the clubs, the organizations they have there to, 1, help with networking, 2, to make new friends and things like that. Have cool study buddies and find people that are into the things that you are into. So that I definitely recommend that. So that are my tips. So for those that are going off to college, make sure they choose the school that they feel comfortable with. Now, we took him on campus tours and things like that, but it all boiled down to what school he was comfortable with. So he made that decision. That's like his first big major adult decision right there, is picking his college.
More like pre-adult decision.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. So if you guys aren't aware, Kendrick is not an adult. Dylan, would you explain to them what Kendrick is and the age group that is?
He's a pre-adult because he's only 18 right now.
And what is a pre-adult is from 18 to what?
21, because you come an actual adult at 21.
Did you guys know that? Let me know in the chats if you guys knew you don't become an adult until 21.
And whatever. Technically, Dylan, you're technically, aren't you a preteen? Then when you looked up, like, it's apparently 9 to something. It's like you're 9 to 12. You're
right, did you guys know that too? Yeah, I think it's 9 to 12.
9 to 12 is a preteen, which I didn't think 9 was something. So
I actually thought preteen was still like 13 to 15 was like preteen.
before I knew probably before the teen in the like 18, that's like preteen. So like probably
I was thinking starting at 10, like when you get into double digits.
Yeah, double digits to like 12 is like preteen, because then 13 to 19, and then what's 20? Well, 20's still under that pre-adult, but before Dylan thought of a word, what was it?
All right, so moving on to work. So you already know you're going to try to work out where you're working now, because continue to do that. But like I mentioned with the clubs and organizations, make sure you continue to network. That's something I didn't do in college, was network with people. Like, I hung out with people and like we're friends and stuff, but I didn't continue that building solid networking connections. So once I was done with school, I had no connections. So just keep that in mind of just networking with people, especially if you know where you're trying to go and you see somebody that's either there or halfway there. Those are people you need to know and reach out to from time to time, so that when you're ready to go to that next level, you have somebody that's already been there, or either been there or going through it, so that you have that kind of partnership. Budgeting. This is a big one. I had no type of budget when I was in college. It was definitely living paycheck to paycheck. And it didn't necessarily have to be that way if I was just conscious of how I was spending my money on food and things like that, planning out my meals and stuff. So like, because heck, I was in college and I was working at a movie theater and then partly at a grocery store when I was going to college, and so I wasn't making that much money. But I didn't have to pay for housing. Shout out to my Uncle BT, because I live with my uncle, so I didn't have to pay for housing. And then I rode MARTA, so I didn't have a car or anything. So, but nevertheless, still got to eat, still got to buy books and things like that. So you got to keep that in mind, like books and things like that. So, got to have a budget, got to save. I didn't save. Like I had never had a savings account. In my 20s, I never had a savings account. So you were already ahead of the game by already having a savings account. So
well, so far.
And living in your means. You know what that means, living in your means?
What do you mean?
I'm going to explain. It's not buying unnecessary stuff, spending the amount of money that you have. Don't go into debt with credit cards, buying up a bunch of stuff and things like that. I'm pretty sure some adults can attest to that right now. Trying to do more than you really should be. Or at least you got to have a plan. If you're going to do that, just have a plan on how you're going to make it work. A lot of times we get ourselves into debt, but we don't have a plan. So especially early on in your 20s, you won't be making much money because you'll have school, so you can't work full time like you want. Make sure you have a budget and you stick to the budget. Like, there's time to have fun and stuff with your budget, but make sure that fun isn't the main focus. Taking care of your bills and things like that is the main focus. Any of this sinking in? Of course, you'll get this again as you get older. So we went over college, work. Also when it comes to work, as you go through your college years, you need to make sure you're transitioning to working in your field. So like right now, you're just getting started. It's best to work where you're working at now to make your money. But keep in mind, whether it's internships and things like that, to start getting into that early and grow from there. Social life.
Yeah.
Gotta have a social life.
Gotta do something to break up the school life.
Exactly. And this is just about just having fun and living life.
Yeah.
As well. You don't have to like go to school and just be totally consumed with only school kind of thing. You got to give yourself time to relax.
Yeah.
But don't live your life, your social life. Let like that be the main thing. A lot of people go off to college and they party, and that's the only thing they do, and then they wind up having to drop out of school because they didn't make the grades, they didn't properly spend their money and things like that. So just keep all that in mind.
Yeah.
There's a lot that goes into being an adult, but I'm going to help show you the way, tell you my wins and my fails, and I'm sure your mom's going to do the same thing. So, and then even after this episode is done with the tips, you can always go back and watch this episode to reflect and grab whatever you didn't grasp the first time, kind of thing. Also, once again, and I have to do this from time to time, just shout out to you guys. We're seeing if we're going to keep going live. So if you guys keep joining in the
Bring
comments,
that support.
keep coming, yeah, that support, then we'll keep doing it live. So keep the support coming and tell a friend. All right. So this is a couple of just general tips. Set goals for yourself, and some of this this part can apply to you, Dylan, as far as like just setting goals. Like, what is something that you want to accomplish, like in your first year of school, middle school, or like for you, even do you want to join some clubs and things like that?
Middle school, you'll be able to start doing. I feel like you start getting doing a lot more. Stuff feels a lot more open to you in middle school, because like you're not really a kid anymore, but you're still you're not fully an adult yet. So you'll still have you'll be able to. There's clubs in middle school, not as much as high school, but there's still clubs that you'll be able to join and get new experience from that you didn't get in elementary school.
Yeah,
I believe.
Yeah, so definitely gonna look into like the engineer type stuff and things like that you're interested in, and get you going.
And I also can't do sports until 7th grade in middle school.
Is that true?
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's like 7th and 8th grade, but
I didn't know that.
You'll definitely find more people. I feel like in middle school you'll slowly start to develop your personality, what is your thing, what type of things you're into. You'll find more of the people that are into the type of things, because you're still developing. The thing I've thought of is in middle school you slowly start to become your own. You learn what type of person you are. You know what interests you, what doesn't interest you, and yes, that seed of development for your character will start in middle school, and slowly you'll find yourself in high school. So I know high school's a long way away for you, but you're the stuff in high school that fully gets developed starts in middle school, I believe. At least that's how it was for me. It could be for other people, but I know for me, I slowly started to find my interest in middle school and whatnot.
I think that's middle school is where kids really, like you just said, start finding who they are and grow from there. So it's probably like the most frustrating time of your life if you're like just confused on like how you want to be, like that kind of thing. It was definitely a frustrating 2 years, because for me it was junior high and it was just 7th and 8th grade, and then so it was just 2 years of that, and then I moved on to high school. So I think I like it better with the 6th, 7th, and 8th. Give the kids more time to grow before they take on the next level of high school, because it's a lot more fast paced and a lot more independence of learning compared to what middle school. I think they don't quite hold your hand like elementary.
Yeah, no, they don't quite hold your hand, but
they don't hold your hand at all in high school.
Yeah, it's more high school. I still feel like high school, I still was able to, like you were talking about, like not budgeting, but like knowing stuff's on your time. Like I still felt that, especially in my 11th and 12th grade year having a job, I learned how to, budget, save money, also what to do my time. I know I have to work from like 5 to 10, get home. I know what assignments I got to do and what times they're due with. So, I feel like I'm going into a great situation in college, because I've already started the process of knowing my time, know what time I have to, have fun, do my own thing, what time to spend to go to work, and what time to do schoolwork and whatnot. So, it's not going to be something completely brand new to me. It'll probably be more like, all right, you're on your own more, but it won't be a whole new experience for me.
Yeah, so I started working the summer before my 11th grade year too. So like I had the exact same experience. Like I learned to budget my time. I still didn't budget my money quite right.
I've done better
So,
on that.
but I feel like as adults, as parents, with our mistakes, we're able to help our kids navigate. And that's why I always tell them. I tell them that I've already been where you are. So, like, when I'm telling you stuff, it's not that whole just parent talk. It's like, no, I'm trying to help you. Like, this is what I've been through, so you can learn from my mistakes, kind of thing. So, and then now, as you guys get older, your kids will be on a even better level because, like, you've missed some of those pitfalls that I had, and then whatever pitfalls you have, you can then share with them, that kind of thing. So, it's just a cycle that, like, we as parents have to make sure we're doing, guiding them the right way, sharing our mistakes and wins. Like, it's not always like trust me, this is the route you want to go. And then, of course, we have to adjust for the days and times that we're in, too. So, staying organized, your living and working spaces, being tidy. Yes, I'm looking at you, Dylan.
I was thinking, continue or not?
But no, just being more organized will help you with your studies and stuff. Just knowing, all right, this time I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
This is when I'm going to do that kind of thing. And setting out time to, whether it's for your social life, for your gaming or watching YouTube and all that, but knowing, oh, I got to take care of this first. I always tell you guys to handle your business first.
Yeah.
So, like, knock out your homework first, then you have the rest of the day instead of trying to get in the fun stuff, and then you never know when the parent's going to come in and cut you short on that, and now you have to spend the rest of your day doing homework when it could have been already knocked out.
And to add on to that, because this is something that I can give directly to you, Dylan, some tidbits of to make sure you do your homework first. It's I don't know, I realized in high school the dread I had, or watching TV new and whatnot, but I still knew I had homework to do. I didn't like that dread, and so high school I made an effort to make sure I got the homework done first before doing whatever, because I didn't want the dread of, oh man, I still got to do this homework, having fun, but like I still got to get the job done. So, you have the chance, Dylan, in middle school to be far better than me and go without having any missing work, or at least, or at least you don't have too many stuff piled up that now you get to spend a whole weekend making it back up. So, I feel like, seeing someone that has the potential to do something I didn't do, or do something I didn't do, and be a better student. So, I got high hopes for you.
It was rough. Kendrick started in like middle school, like he was not doing his assignment. Like, you would be surprised at like what middle school was, how he was doing. You could see that he was, a great student, but then it's like he consciously chose not to do homework assignments. Not because he didn't know how to do it, And that's one of the things that can happen, like in middle school, like when you're still trying to find yourself. Like in elementary, you're not trying to find yourself. In middle school, that's when you start to do that. And now, like, seeing him graduate top of his class, and
Pretty good.
yeah, and it's so.
I don't even know what to think. I mean, I didn't know I probably didn't have a bad GPA in middle school, but it probably wasn't anything like it was in high school. So
yeah,
not saying I was an awful kid,
No.
just.
I mean, it was B compared to what you are now.
Yeah, pretty
B
good.
in middle school, but and can y'all notice how? Because I'm looking at us live on my laptop, but how Dylan doesn't look like he know he's on camera.
Dylan, wow,
Yeah, he's on. Do you like?
I know, Dylan. I know.
Do you see what you look like? Oh, you can see that screen over there, can't you?
Yeah, just like, hey, you know what, Dylan's just getting mad comfortable,
Yeah.
I know, because it's not his. Well, you know what? We can take just a tiny little like 2-minute break. Dylan, what we got new up here with the I don't know if this was here last time y'all did, but what's new up here with your toys and whatnot?
Well, for starters, we do have Godzilla and Kong as little things on cups you can get from movies, and we have a Godzilla plush I got.
I gave him that. So
I was going to get to that.
oh, not bad. Yeah. For his little birthday, you turned how old?
11.
11, man. You got another
Not
kid.
a baby, Kendrick.
You got another
yeah.
boy, double digits.
We we didn't we hadn't recorded in a minute, so oh no, we did the birthday episode.
That was
That's
literally the last episode we
Yeah.
did.
Oh, so y'all have seen 11-year-old Dylan.
Yeah.
Well,
that's
actually,
right.
no. Not.
Did we? Oh no,
This-
because it was the day before.
Oh.
It
No,
was second, not third.
Yeah, we did. We taped on second.
Well, hey,
anyway.
Dylan's 11 now.
Yep.
Class of 24. Both of us class of 24, as you see right here.
But ain't no class like the class of '94.
30 years ago.
30 years ago. So yeah, Kendrick graduates
You
exactly
old.
30 years. I'm just ignore that. Kendrick graduates exactly 30 years after I did. But all right. So let me
Just
get
to
back-
revive Dylan's energy.
Yeah, just to say, yeah. Oh, to comment on that.
Mhm.
I talked about budgeting and living within your means, your social life. All right, personal development. Taking time to understand your strengths, your weaknesses, and your interests. This self-awareness can guide your personal and professional growth. Set boundaries. Learn to say no. That's something I have to do. Just learn to say no to stuff. Like even stuff you want to do, but you have to say no because there's something else. that you need.
Sometimes business got to go first.
Exactly. Prioritize your well-being, making health, whether it's physical or mental health, a priority. Because if you're not 100%, it's hard to give 100%. So you have to take time to take care of yourself and make sure you're eating right. So eating right and drinking right, that kind of things. Like it doesn't mean you can't have soda, but you gotta do things in moderation, kind of thing. So embrace failure. Mistakes are a part of life. Use them as a learning opportunity to grow and to improve. And that's welcome to adulthood, and that's adulthood in general. We have to learn from our mistakes. Like I don't beat myself up for failing at something. I would beat myself up more if I didn't attempt something.
Yeah.
Most of my biggest regrets in life are from me not doing something more than it is from me doing something. Because you can for those that have started a business and it failed, you can learn from that. You can't learn from not starting your business. So that's something you have to keep in mind. Let's say if you go back to school and you struggle and you have to wind up dropping out, you can take that experience and learn from it. What caused me to not succeed at it. But if you never go, you can't learn from that. You can't grow. So don't be afraid to make mistakes.
I wish we were all Mr. Perfect, but even Mr. Perfect took a lot of recording takes to do what he did in the wrestling business.
Yeah, I was about to just say that's for those that are hip to wrestling, Mr.
Like
Perfect.
Kendrick.
What's up?
No one's perfect in the whole world.
Well,
Yeah.
You do realize that.
I do.
Yeah, that's what he was saying. No one's perfect. He stated that.
Yeah.
So these guys are always trying to cut each other. Sometimes they don't even listen because that's exactly what he said. He said no one's perfect.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he
I did.
Did-
So
did you not-
I said no. So Mr. Perfect was a little history. Mr. Perfect was a wrestler in the 80s and 90s, and his whole thing was that he was perfect. He did everything perfect. One shoot a basketball like this behind. The people saw it in one take. It probably took a bunch of takes for him to do that. So, even though you think, everything, there's no failure with it. There's still a lot of stuff you don't see that, was a lot of failure, a lot of outtakes in life to get to that one goal. So, failure happens. Sometimes you can't unlearn. Sometimes failure's going to happen. There's no avoiding it sometimes, but it's about how you proceed afterwards. Do you, buckle down and, sit in the failure, or you go, you all right? sometimes you get punched in the mouth, but you gotta learn how to counter. So, that's how I approach failures. You get knocked down, but you gotta get back up. Type
Right.
stuff.
Yeah, just make sure you get back up more times than you
Never
fall
back down, never what?
Oh yeah, that reminds me of my favorite quote. What Mike Tyson said, like everyone has a plan until they get punched in the mouth, and then that's when the test really begins. Is after you get that hit. My brother said. First of all, Jameson said, "Shout out Kurt Hanna," and my brother said, "It only took Mr. President one take."
That's what the audience saw live on TV, but.
All right, so let's see where we are now. All right, budget in.
Sometimes when you take one topic, start going on a trail, and sometimes you got to just get right back in the driver's seat.
All right, career planning. And this is what I was telling you as far as joining clubs and networking and things like that. But seeking a mentor. That, I would say, is one of my biggest regrets is not seeking mentors throughout my life. Like, it's funny, even in high school, my biggest regret is not consulting with my guidance counselor. Because, like I said, my folks and my family, in my immediate family anyway, we didn't have any college experience people. So, like, I had nothing to pull from to know what is this next step in my life is going to be like. And I wish I would have consulted with my guidance counselor more. I had that mentality of, for one, I didn't apply myself to the fullest. That's why I always am like pushing you guys to apply yourself to your fullest. Like I should. I relied on like my natural smarts, but I didn't challenge myself more. So that's the reason why me and your mom put you guys in sports and things like just to challenge you, that kind of thing. So, but seeking a mentor, like even now, I have people I reach out to, but I don't reach out enough to them. But I challenge you to seek out a mentor as you're going through your college years, to seek out a mentor to help guide you in the right direction. Like I said, someone that's in your field is just perfect person to be your mentor. Develop soft skills. I didn't realize there was a term for that. Soft skills. Communication, teamwork, and problem-solving skills. That's big. I'm going to tell you guys, we really know, for those that with younger kids and those that aren't adults yet, we need to teach these kids problem-solving skills. And I'm going to tell you, like at my day job, there are some adults, because they're in their 20s, so they pass Dylan's pre-adult. They're adults.
If they're over 21.
Yeah, they're over 21, but they don't have problem-solving skills. So they ask a lot of questions because they don't think things through. And they're adults at this point. And that's from a lack of not developing those problem-solving skills as you're growing up. Of course, when you're 11, your problem-solving skills won't be on the same level as, someone that's 18, but you start developing those, and throughout the years, you'll get better at problem-solving. You'll get to the point where you can see the problem before it actually happens. And there's a lot of adults that are missing that. So and that goes also to challenging our kids, putting them in environments that they're are not used to, that may make them feel slightly uncomfortable, like with sports and stuff. They didn't feel it, but by the end, they had a great time, that kind of thing. And that's how you learn teamwork, communication. I say, like, challenge them to do plays and all that type of stuff while they're in school, just to get them out their comfort zone. Because I can tell you, like, for me, one of my biggest challenges, even to this day, stems from not getting out my comfort zone, like always staying in my comfort zone. So, and as you go, the older you get, the harder it is to get out your comfort zone. So challenge your kids, and challenge yourself too. So like, keep that in mind. Like, we're adults, we're still growing and still learning. So as I welcome you to adulthood, even at my age, I'm still learning and growing in adulthood. So,
Hold up.
challenge.
I'm gonna put a pause to that.
Collaborate. Listen.
Someone in the comment section asked me a question, and to answer that, yes, I have seen Godzilla vs. Kong.
You know who that somebody in the comments is?
Unknown.
No, it was me. I
that,
put in there to ask the,
Yeah, the Daddy Everyday Network.
Yeah, I was asking them if they've seen it.
I'm gonna be honest. I was just asking randomly. I was just saying random names.
Hey, Dylan still got,
But
you know.
Dada, did you mean Godzilla X Kong or versus Kong?
God dang.
Because
I don't
Godzilla
know.
vs. Kong came out 3 years ago.
I don't know. There's a difference.
Dylan's Mr. Knows Dates.
Oh,
He knows
I guess-
dates.
You're talking about a movie that came out 3 years
Oh.
ago.
You knew the difference, LA?
Yeah, but
Oh.
dang it, man.
Hey,
Hey,
there's a little thing.
hey.
There will always be a Dylan. He's gonna let you know, make
Hey,
sure that
hey,
that you are
all day,
correct.
every day, LA. All day, every
Playing
day.
no games.
I'm trying to tell you. Hey, he probably gonna still bring it up in the car. So you trying to tell me?
You don't know the difference between X and versus?
2 leathers versus 1 leather.
Here's the funny thing. I was gonna put X, but I say it's versus. I didn't realize that. That's right. They have met before and all that stuff. So.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah, Dylan's gonna tell you what, but you know what? Sometimes he's telling you with good intentions. It may come out, you know,
I would
like
say it's good.
he's trying to assault
I
you, but
give
he
him-
was, you know, just trying to update you.
sometimes you
yeah.
ain't trying to hear it though.
But
like,
also, the funny thing is that plush is from versus Kong, and those figures are from the X Kong.
So sometimes it's even confusing. You just think they're the same guy, you know, different mechanics. Like he has a little power thing, and you know he has different colored spikes and
And
whatnot.
Godzilla starts to turn pink instead of blue.
Yeah, so you know,
well, for those
But
that
I
didn't
painted
know
that.
now, look at you guys. You
Like-
didn't realize you were gonna tune in and learn about
life is
Godzilla.
life's all
Right,
about
look
the
at
different stuff, you know.
that. Yeah. So
Life is full of surprises.
I'm gonna try to catch back where I was. I'm still
While
got
he finds
called out
why he
the
finds his
versus
stuff.
versus X. All right. Talked about health and well-being, building relationships,
Communication stuff,
communication.
very important.
And time management, we kind of talked on that. Avoid multitasking. First of all, it's really hard to multitask if you think about
Yeah,
it.
it
You
is.
can't literally do 2 things at once unless we're talking like, all right, I'm gonna write this paper while my laundry is being washed.
Yeah.
That's
Because
multitasking.
that's not stuff you're doing putting your laundry or having the washing machine run isn't you running the washing machine. So,
Right.
but when your attention has to be on 2 different things, it's hard to do. Sometimes you just gotta learn to focus on one thing, focus on the most immediate thing now, and then go step by step to things that are not as immediate, but you gotta go to the immediate things at first.
Yeah. So, that's well said because, so like, let's say if you do have a lot of things going on, what's up? Stop touching the mic.
Okay.
Lower this. You can do this, but not actually grab the foam. The foam is very
He's a
sensitive.
rapper. And he just want to grip it.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, God. I'm in show. Sorry,
What
I can't-
happened?
Oh, good. Kendrick hold it.
What happened?
Just make sure you
Just
do
don't touch
this.
the mic. Just don't ever in life.
I'm gonna have to rewatch this.
He's gonna dissect this part. And for those that didn't catch
Frame
it,
by
they're gonna
frame.
try to dissect it. Let me move on. Time management. Time management is really important. I'm still trying to get better at it. It's maximizing your day. Like when you have a lot going on. And this is where the whole multitasking thing comes in. If you time manage your time, you don't have to try to multitask because you allow yourself time to take on each task. And it's hard to get tasks complete if you're trying to do multiple things at once. Like even in cleaning, if you're trying to wash clothes, do dishes, sweep and all that type of stuff, it's going to take you longer than if you were just to complete one and then move on to the next. because what I have, even with the with the washing machine kind of thing, the stuff is gonna sit in the washer.
Yeah, you
might
forget
have to-
it.
Yeah, like you got a lot going on. Just try to focus on one thing at a time to completion. So the time management is just knowing, all right, this is the time I have to do X, Y, and Z. What am I going to try to focus on to get done in this amount of time?
Sometimes you just gotta just not have too many things clouding your head. Just go one thing at a time. Because what's in your head is gonna come back in your head and go, okay, I need to do this. But you just gotta go, I need to do this paper now. Like, let's focus on this paper. Everything else can wait, but some stuff you just gotta go, this is now. And then once that's done, all right, cool. Take a break. We can go to the next task, because I know for me, if I cloud my mind with too much stuff that needs to get done, you might just end up just sitting there and not doing anything because your mind's all, oh, wait, so what should I do first and whatnot. And also can, keep you involved in the conversation when you got your animations and whatnot. So maybe you're like, when you're doing animations, you gotta go, okay, I need to make sure I grab this type of image. I need to grab this image too, but, let's focus on one thing. I mean, maybe not a good example for you. Maybe you know exactly what you want.
Most of the time, I just draw when I'm doing my stuff on animations.
Well, hey, I'm trying to make it more fun, not just put school, because that's still the big thing in your life. School is still the big thing in your life now that you got to worry about
until you finish it.
So, just trying to give you examples that you can relate to school but aren't exactly school. So your brain's like, okay, I can remember this because school's boring. I don't want to remember that, but I do want to remember Godzilla versus Kong or something. Just like, oh, look at these cool guys right there.
Cool guys.
I like that.
Only one is.
I like that, LA. And take breaks.
Yeah.
Like that's another thing. Like when you have a lot going on, have that buffer time to decompress before you move on to the next.
Don't want to do everything when tensions are high and when your mind's you're not in the right space to do whatever you need to do because you're worried about something else. Sometimes you just gotta sit down, relax, reset your battery, so you can give everything 100% and not give something 100%, give some 80%, give something 20%. Always want to say 100.
Yeah, so you don't get burnt out because once you get burnt out,
it's hard to recover.
Now you gotta spend a lot of time just trying to recover that, and then you feel off balance after that. So to avoid that burnout, it's just giving yourself regular breaks, not trying to do too much at one time. And this is a big thing because I'm starting to dedicate my life to it. Is community engagement, like for you, and I challenge, the current adults as well to get out there and volunteer, just giving back to the community. I think it's important for our kids to see us volunteering in the community, to show that we're doing our part to make the world a better place, for them and for others. So take time to volunteer. Let that be a challenge for you and your family this summer, is to do at least one volunteer event where the whole family goes out and just volunteer their time. You can easily look up stuff that's in your city to help volunteer, or do something on your own, do a clothing drive and pick up clothing from your neighbors and things like that, and then donate to a local charity kind of thing. So if you don't want to go find a charity, then just create something on your own for a good cause. So that's all the talking points in here. We can kind of just freestyle and kick it. I can tell you guys, once again, that I'm proud of you guys. I want you guys to just keep on the path that you guys are currently going on. When it comes to school, you guys definitely take it seriously. And with Kendrick, of course, I got plenty of other tips I'm going to give you along the way, every step of the way. So just know, even when you're off to college and me and Dylan are at the apartment by ourselves, it's going to take we're going to all be adjusting.
Yeah.
You're going to be adjusting on your own. Me and Dylan will be adjusting to not having that third person there. We'll probably wind up eating out more because now it's gonna
See, what, it's cheaper now?
Yeah, it'll be cheaper now. And Dylan's still kind of thin, so he's it won't cost as much compared to when I have to feed you. And then with Dylan, with you, your creativity, keep that up. I'm so glad that like you make that a priority in your day to just like
So much more creative than I am.
Yeah, this dude like mutes and turns off the TV and just works on his stuff sometimes. It's like, and a lot of times he's watching stuff to learn how to do something. So,
Yeah, we got a prodigy brewing in the M.
Yeah.
You gonna do some animation or editing. Yeah, you editing, man. You 10 in editing, man. It took
11.
11. You are 11. You're 11. But, even when you were 10, or I don't know when you started doing your little animations, but you young and you this creative doing what you not, man. When I was your age, well, you know what? Maybe it's the different times. Definitely, you are more, and this is not a knock, but you are more online and doing your, animations. Well, not probably when I was around your age. I went outside and, wrestled with friends in the neighborhood, but, just different times. I had people in the neighborhood to do that stuff with. There aren't people probably in the neighborhood that you're interacting with, but you're interacting with people more with your friends online and doing stuff. So, different times and we're doing different things, but, what you're doing, genuinely, I'm proud, and I'm like, man, look at this kid doing his little things. Look at him. Go get him, Tiger.
that's the
Go get him, Tiger.
probably the nicest Kendrick has been.
Exactly.
Yeah, to Dylan.
What's it?
So
I want to show that I have
say-
stuff. I have stuff.
I had to just sit back and just listen.
You
to
had
him
to
just
listen.
just to listen to him be nice. So.
Good thing this was on video so I could always see this moment.
Hey man, I had this. I've had this stuff brewing inside. I'm. When I see your things,
But
like,
you
man.
now finally want to show it.
Hey, to the world can see it. The world can see that, what happens behind closed doors, that may happen, but, I still want to show that, hey, this is a time of reminiscing, times are changing, if I'm going to go off, I might as well go off with a bang and let hey, I mean what I mean, I may not show it all the time, but there's stuff I mean in my heart and, gotta let you know. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh, also, I forgot to mention because I'm like so.
He's so enveloped with
I've,
our feelings.
Huh?
I say you're so enveloped in our feelings.
Right. But Daddy Everyday Community and Resource Center. So I haven't been pushing donations so much because now my mind is like once again on the focusing on multiple things. So I'm more focused on getting sponsorships, but I still need to push donations because that probably still wind up ultimately being like one of the biggest contributors to opening the center. Because my goal is by sometime this fall, late fall, to open the center. So we're talking months away. So I got to pick up the pace on it. So, but go to daddyeveryday.org, click on Daddy Everyday Center, and you'll learn about the center and ways that you can support and things like that. And if you know about corporate sponsorships or grants or anything, please send those links my way. Just hit me up so I can explore those. I appreciate that because it's going to take a community to get this community center open.
Any type of sharing helps. Sharing, donations, sharing the link around.
Yeah.
Word of mouth is one of the most powerful tools to have, especially in this online age. It's a lot different than getting something from the newspaper, and that's how you learn about stuff. You can share one link and it can reach 1 billion people or something. So, any sharing via, telling your homeboy or, sharing it with your group of people, can go a long way. Like some stuff may happen immediately, but in the long term, sharing goes a long way.
And speaking of donating, I just realized something. Since we are on a live stream, and that means people can do donations, like donate money to us, since we are on live stream.
Really?
Yes. I've seen it happen before.
I've seen it happen before. Well,
So,
however that's done, it's different between every person that does it live. But that's
really,
some.
the only live streams I know about is the lives I've done. Little Brother, when they released their documentary, I watched it live. That's it. When it comes to live streams, that's the only lives I've been on. So I don't know. So like he's educating me if they're
Maybe stuff
so
we talk with the producer later.
I think that means Dylan trying to hit y'all up for money. So if you donate to Dylan's Godzilla versus X
Whatever!
Kong
Don't
fund,
this.
he would be greatly appreciated. But what closing words do you guys have for the people out there? Oh yeah, first of all, shout out to everyone that's part of the class of 2024, whether it's middle school whether it's elementary going to middle school, whether it's middle school going to high school, and then whether it's high school going to college.
VP.
Congratulations on your new chapter in life. I wish you much success. As much as I wish these boys, I wish it the same on you guys as well. Dylan, you got anything for the people?
Hi. Knocking stuff down.
Kendrick,
Just
you got
gotta-
anything for the people?
Just gotta show it. It's me, Dutch Shanghai, class of 24. We did it, boys. It was just to say something. It's crazy that I started my high school career in the in the COVID years. That is a very we're the first class to start high school in the COVID times and being online for a semester, and some Dylan's gonna experience that I didn't, probably that ninth grade feeling of walking to high school. I mean, even though he's been to the high school for his mature graduation, but starting in high school and getting that ninth grade experience is something I never got. Not due to any fault of my own, but just life happened. But yeah, I'm just like, we did it.
So, for the longest, this senior year or past senior year, Kendrick hasn't showed the excitement that I was experiencing, his mom was experiencing. And it was frustrating at times, because he's doing, mind you, the grades and everything are on point. So, in essence, he is showing that he cares. So, that part I can't deny. So, I had to tell myself that. But, he just wasn't, I guess, bubbly.
But emotion-wise.
Emotion-wise, thank you. Emotion-wise, he didn't show. But then I had to realize everyone's different. I'm expecting him to show the emotion that I feel like I don't know what he's feeling on the inside. I guess I was hoping that he showed it. But I can tell once he got that diploma and if you follow me on Instagram and Facebook, you've probably seen the videos and stuff, or the photos. When we finally got a chance to see him, after he got his diploma and then we got to meet him in the parking lot, you can tell the excitement was there. And you said it. You said probably when you walk, that's when the excitement of it would happen.
Mainly, I guess I can say why. You didn't really see the excitement. It's my thing is it's not. I'm not there. I'm not finished yet. Throughout the school, throughout the mainly this semester, I'm like, man, I'm gonna be coming up. I'm gonna be finished with high school. But it's until I officially, it's hey, you're no longer in high school now. I guess it didn't really set in, but it's I'm not. I wasn't there until I had the document that said, hey, you're a high school graduate. It's I'm not technically there yet. I don't want to go woohoo, yeah. I mean, I knew I wasn't gonna fail, but I knew I was gonna be all swimmingly good. But
Really, somebody donated?
Oh, yeah, I can see it.
Oh, Dylan.
yeah, well,
Wow.
that's Dylan saying. Yeah, It's those $10 are
My
gonna
words
be
are working.
those $10 are gonna give me a chicken sandwich and some fries.
No,
So
I'm putting now. I'm putting now as Dylan's now officially the fundraising campaign
Dang,
manager.
now
for
I guess
Dylan-
I
Daddy
am.
Everyday
Dylan, now the
Community Resource
breadwinner
Center.
of the family.
Yeah.
Dang,
yeah.
stole my whole flow.
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah. Wait. Does it say who? 'Cause
Yes,
It does,
does.
Mr. Matthew Lane. Thank you very much for the $10.
to you,
Matthew,
Zach.
thank you for the 10.
Oh, shout out to you, Zach. And we still gonna work on that hoodie. You know what it means, but
And
yeah,
shirts.
we still gonna work on that hoodie, huh?
And shirts.
No. Oh, no, I was Zach. The hoodie. Yeah,
Don't
tell you
worry.
in the car.
We'll tell after the show.
I'll tell you
But
in the car.
thanks.
But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. On behalf of Kong X.
Oh my God,
Godzilla,
can you stop?
on behalf of the class of 2024, shout out to class of 1994.
Dang.
We should, like, you know what? This part I'm going to clip up and send to the class of 94 because we should be having a reunion.
30-year
Nobody
anniversary.
wants to put together a reunion. And for all those that are still in Columbus, somebody needs to be putting together a reunion.
I have one more thing to say before we close out.
Uh-oh,
One more
I'm scared.
time.
Punch that like button like Kong, tail whip that share button like Godzilla's tail, and atomic breath the subscribe button. And make sure you set to all notifications so you can get notified every time we're there.
Yeah, you should. Like, you should. Are you
Yeah,
telling
yeah.
me or are you telling them?
Yeah, those are the people right there.
Yeah.
What?
They just took their $10 back.
Easy come, easy go.
Whatever I'll say to you, whatever he said, do that.
Because I didn't catch all that. But yeah, whatever he said, then do all that.
I'm never appearing on the show again now.
He'll be back.
No, I
He'll be
won't.
back. Oh.
No.
All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in. As always, take care. Challenge yourself. Get out your comfort zone. And we out.
Yeah.
See you never.
You're so silly.
Good on that screen.
It does. Look at that.
Take a picture of that.
Ooh. High school graduate.